GED Reasoning Through Language Arts, English/Reading. Study Guide Audiobook. Nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, subjects, and more. Introduction. Welcome to this study guide audiobook. In this session, you will learn the core building blocks of English grammar that appear on school tests, placement tests, and GED-style language questions. We will focus on how words function in sentences, how to recognize them quickly, and how to answer practice questions confidently. The key topics covered here include nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, subjects, special verb forms like gerunds and participles, and several reading and writing skills such as identifying an author's position, metaphors, hyperbole versus understatement, and facts versus opinions. As you listen, pause after each section and practice creating your own sentences. That is one of the fastest ways to master grammar. Part 1, Nouns and their types. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. Nouns are one of the basic elements of sentence structure because they often function as the subject of a sentence, the object of a verb, or the object of a preposition. Examples of nouns include words like dad, son, jet fighter, influenza, chalk, Halsted Street, and puppy. Even though these examples seem broad, nouns can be categorized based on what kind of noun they are and how they function in the sentence. Common nouns. Common nouns refer to general people, places, or things. They are not specific names. Examples include dinner, eggs, pan, dog, and porch. If you say, dinner was ready at 6 p.m., the word dinner is a common noun because it names a general thing. In the sentence, the eggs were scrambled in the hot pan, eggs and pan are common nouns because they name general objects. Proper nouns. Proper nouns name specific people, places, or things, and they are always capitalized. For example, dad is a common noun, but if your dad's name is Drew, then Drew is a proper noun. A brand name like Chevy is also a proper noun. In the sentence Aunt Jackie is my favorite aunt on my mom's side, Aunt Jackie is a proper noun because it is being used as a formal name. However, the word mom in that same idea is not being used as a formal name, so it remains a common noun. In the example, James proposed to Jessie near the Eiffel Tower in France, proper nouns include James, Jessie, Eiffel Tower, and France because they are official names. Collective nouns. Collective nouns refer to a group as one unit. For example, a class of students, a flock of birds, a team of players, or a crowd of fans. Even though the group has many members, the noun refers to the group as a single collective idea. Singular and plural nouns. Singular nouns refer to one person, place, thing, or idea. Plural nouns refer to more than one. In the sentence, the dog fell asleep on the porch with its toy nearby, the singular nouns include dog, porch, and toy because each one is only one. If the sentence becomes the dogs fell asleep on the porch with their toys nearby, then dogs and toys are plural because the s indicates more than one. Many nouns become plural by adding s or es. You often add es when a noun ends in ch, sh, x, z, s, or sometimes o. For example, church becomes churches, and business becomes businesses. When a noun ends in y, it often changes to ies, such as city to cities. Like most grammar rules, exceptions exist, but these rules cover many test questions. Possessive nouns. Possessive nouns show ownership. Ownership is shown by adding apostrophe s, or just an apostrophe in certain plural situations. In the sentence, Liz scratched Mom's car while driving, Mom's is possessive because the car belongs to Mom. Liz is a noun, car is a noun, but only Mom's shows ownership. Possession can also apply to objects. In the bus's doors were jammed, buses is possessive because the doors belong to the buses. Notice that because buses is plural and ends in s, the apostrophe comes after the s. A reliable way to find the possessive noun is to ask, to whom does this belong, or to what does this belong? Part 2, Pronouns and their job. Pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. Their main purpose is to avoid repetition and make sentences smoother. Consider the sentence, Jasmine loves movies. Jasmine goes to the theater often and has Jasmine's own members pass. This sounds repetitive because the name Jasmine is repeated too many times. A better version is, Jasmine loves movies. She goes to the theater often and has her own members pass. The pronouns she and her replace Jasmine, and the sentence becomes more natural. Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns show ownership without repeating the noun. Examples include singular forms like his, hers, mine, and plural forms like theirs, ours, and yours. Instead of saying Jasmine's pass, you can say her pass. Nominative and objective case. Nominative case refers to a noun or pronoun that performs the action. Objective case refers to the noun or pronoun receiving the action. In Mariah drank water, Mariah performs the action of drinking, so she is nominative. In Mariah caught the ball, ball is the object receiving the action of being caught. On many exams, the key skill is identifying who is doing the verb and who is receiving it. Indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refer to nonspecific people or things, often without a clear number. For example, anybody can learn another language. The word anybody is indefinite because it does not refer to a specific person or a specific number. Interrogative pronouns. These pronouns ask questions, such as what and whose, as in what is her name, or whose keys are those. Intensive pronouns. Intensive pronouns emphasize another pronoun or noun right before them. Examples include myself, yourself, himself, herself. In she herself set the alarm, herself emphasizes she. In I myself made time to work out, myself emphasizes I. Reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns show actions happening between two or more people or things. The main examples are each other and one another. For example, the students switched tests with one another, or we exchanged vows with each other. Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns point to specific things, this, that, these, and those. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this. Part 3, Adjectives. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. It may describe size, color, age, shape, origin, material, or quantity. In the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, quick and brown describe the fox, and lazy describes the dog. That means they are adjectives. In she is the smartest student in the class, student is the noun and smartest describes what kind of student, so smartest is the adjective. Adjectives help writing become vivid and precise. Instead of saying the fireworks were beautiful, adjectives can create an image, the bright, dazzling fireworks lit up the sky. Part 4, Adverbs. Adverbs add detail by answering one of four questions, where, when, how, or to what extent. They often modify verbs, but can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. In she went outside, outside answers where, so it functions as an adverb. In they briskly jogged, briskly answers how, making it an adverb. In she almost tripped, almost answers to what extent, making it an adverb. Many adverbs end in ly, but not all. So the best method is still the question method, where, when, how, or to what extent. Degrees of comparison. Adverbs can be positive, comparative, or superlative. Think of them as well, better, best. Comparative often uses or more. Superlative often uses est or most. He ran faster than his sister uses faster, a comparative adverb. She ran the quickest of everyone uses quickest, a superlative adverb. Adverbs ending in ly usually use more and most rather than and est. For example, more joyfully or most efficiently. Some adverbs are irregular and change completely, badly becomes worse and worst. Good becomes better and best. Adverbial phrases and clauses. An adverbial phrase is a group of words acting like an adverb, such as every summer or earlier than usual. An adverbial clause also works like an adverb but includes a subject and verb, often starting with words like until, although, or wherever. Example, sit at the table until your food is eaten. The clause "until your food is eaten" answers when. Part 5, Prepositions and Prepositional Phrases. Prepositions show how something relates to something else in time or space. They connect nouns or pronouns to other parts of the sentence. Common prepositions include at, by, for, from, in, of, on, to, with, after, before, under, inside. A prepositional phrase begins with a preposition and ends with an object of the preposition. In "The dog swam in the lake," in is the preposition, lake is the object, and in the lake is the prepositional phrase. In "After work, Joe drove to the store in his car," phrases include after work, to the store, and in his car. A helpful test strategy is to find the preposition first, then look for the noun after it. Part 6, Subjects. The subject is the person, place, thing, or idea doing or being. It is often called the naming part of the sentence. A strong method for finding the subject is to find the verb first, then ask, who or what verbed. In "Rachel ate her breakfast," ate is the verb, and who ate? Rachel. Rachel is the subject. Simple subject. The simple subject is the subject without extra modifiers. In "The main reason, after all was said and done, wasn't enough," the simple subject is reason. Compound subject. A compound subject has two or more subjects joined together. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill are both subjects. Rain, snow, and ice made driving impossible. Rain, snow, and ice form the compound subject. Understood subject. In commands, the subject is often you, even when it is not written. Come here now. The understood subject is you. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this. Part 7, Gerunds, Participles, and Infinitives. These are special forms created from verbs, and they often appear in grammar questions. Gerunds. A gerund is formed from a verb but functions as a noun, ending in ing. Brushing your hair prevents tangling. Brushing is a gerund acting as a noun. Participles. Participles are formed from verbs but function as adjectives or as part of verb phrases. The browning fruit should be composted. Browning describes fruit, so it is a participle acting like an adjective. Past participles often end in ed or d, or change irregularly. The windows were cracked. Cracked describes windows. Infinitives. An infinitive is the base form of a verb, usually preceded by to. Josh wants to study. To study is an infinitive. Infinitives can function as nouns, adjectives, or adverbs depending on the sentence. Part 8, Plot. A plot is the sequence of main events in a story. Classic plot structure has 5 parts: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Exposition sets the scene and introduces characters. Rising action builds conflict. Climax is the turning point. Falling action shows events after the climax. Resolution concludes the story. A key test question is recognizing the correct order: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Part 9. Identifying an author's position. Writers may reveal bias through word choice. Emotional words and strong adjectives can signal the author's opinion. The blue team beat the red team by 7 points is neutral. My favorite team lost to the cheating blue team is biased because it expresses emotion and makes an accusation. Bias can also appear through omission, meaning the writer leaves out details that would change how we judge a situation. A strong reading strategy is to ask, what facts might be missing? What words show emotion? Part 10, Metaphors. Metaphors directly compare two things without using like or as. They say one thing is another thing. Examples include time is a thief or love is a battlefield. These are not literal, they are comparisons to create strong images. Metaphors make language more vivid and help readers feel an idea rather than just understand it logically. Part 11, Hyperbole and Understatement. Hyperbole is obvious, intentional exaggeration not meant literally. I've told you a million times is hyperbole. Understatement minimizes a situation, sometimes for humor or irony. Calling a terrible test score "I could have done a little better" is understatement. Both are common in literature and everyday speech. Part 12, Facts versus Opinions. A fact is a statement that can be proven true or false using evidence. A fact is verifiable. Dogs are mammals is a fact. An opinion expresses belief, judgment, value, or feeling, and is debatable. Dogs are the best animals is an opinion. A test strategy is to watch for value words like best, worst, beautiful, terrible, amazing, or should. These often signal opinion. Predictions are also opinions because they cannot be proven in the present, even if they are informed. Quick practice review. Question 1. What kind of noun is Tuesday? It is a proper noun because it names a specific day. Question 2. Which plural form is incorrect? Tax to taxes. That is incorrect because nouns ending in x usually take es, making taxes. Closing. You now have a strong foundation in major grammar skills, nouns and pronouns, adjectives and adverbs, prepositions, subjects, special verb forms, and key reading and writing concepts like bias, figurative language, and fact versus opinion. To master these skills, practice daily by writing 5 sentences and identifying the key parts in each sentence. Consistency is what makes grammar automatic. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this.